Welcome everybody to the Sports Culture, all things sports. It's Jay Banfo, and we got to talk about Bronny James. But before we get into that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for your support. So this video is going to be a little bit different because I want to paint a picture of my thoughts fully on Bronny James that goes beyond my YouTube video. So the first ever YouTube video I recorded is called The Biggest Issues with Bronny James. And I recorded that video because I was watching Bronny James play in Summer League. And the first half of that game, he played so bad that I refused to watch the second half of the game. And I recorded that video. So that was my first ever video. And big picture, I was talking about him not being a good NBA prospect. Now, let's kind of go back to my thoughts on him in high school, right? So Bronny averaged 14 points per game in high school, and that's actually pretty good, especially because his team was a semi-powerhouse basketball program. So 14 points per game is not bad at all. The issue comes with the selection of Bronny as a McDonald's All-American. And that got me thinking that there is more at play with Bronny James because there's no way you could tell me a 14 point per game scorer can be a McDonald's All-American. That just doesn't happen. So he gets selected for the game, and he actually has a pretty good game. I'll give him that. So that's kind of like the start of me really paying attention to Bronny. It's not that I want to pay attention to Bronny, but it's so much attention on him. It's like you have to evaluate him and comment on him like he's big because of his father. So he gets a scholarship to USC. And at that moment, he has the heart issues. Now, usually when basketball players have heart issues or serious health issues, that usually deter NBA GMs from drafting them. Like, you have to really start from scratch and get the trust of the NBA brain trust to actually get selected. So having a major heart issue, I just knew he was going to go back to school. That didn't happen. He declared for the NBA draft after averaging only 4 points per game at USC. He was very underwhelming at USC, but he declared for the draft. And that also put something in my head to say, okay, yes, there is bigger things at play with Bronny James. There is definitely an agenda with Bronny James. And that comes at the behest of his father, LeBron James. LeBron James said he wanted to play with his son for the longest. He said it in plenty of interviews, and this was the moving pieces of Bronny playing with his father. So he declares for the NBA draft, and his agent tells NBA teams only 3 teams he's going to work out for. Now, if you are projected to be in the second round, you will want to work out for as many teams as possible. You don't limit yourself when you are a fringe prospect. So he limited his teams to only 3 teams. And what happens? The Los Angeles Lakers select him with the 55th overall pick. Bronny is now going to play with his father, LeBron James. And that's kind of the conclusion of the whole Bronny saga, right? He ultimately ends up playing with his father. Did he deserve it at that point? No, but it happens. He's in the NBA. Cool. But we have to evaluate him as an NBA prospect, right? His entire rookie year in the NBA, it was underwhelming. When he got a chance to play in the NBA, he didn't really show much. Now, in the G League, he was pretty good. I'll give him that. He was a good G League player. But it's a difference from being a good G League player to eventually trying to be a good NBA player. And when he got his opportunity in the big leagues, he didn't show much. So now we're in year 2 of Bronny James. And he just completed his first 2 preseason games. Now, the first preseason game, he went 1 for 12. In the second preseason game, he had 5 turnovers. He didn't play well in neither preseason game. So what does that tell me? That tells me that Bronny is just never going to be a good NBA basketball player. He's been given every opportunity to showcase being a good NBA prospect, and there's nothing good that Bronny does. Like, his ball handling is poor, his shot selection is bad, his defense is poor. Like, there's nothing I can point to that Bronny does well. And we have to just call a spade a spade. Bronny does not deserve to be in the NBA right now. There's nothing I could point to say that Bronny has showed me any signs of being an NBA prospect. And we just got to stop with the BS. Like, he's been given every opportunity to showcase himself, and he is just falling flat. In year 2, I expected him to take another leap, and I didn't see it in the first 2 preseason games. So I'm hoping the Lakers are not really going to give him significant minutes in the NBA, because based off those 2 preseason games and what we've seen last year, that would be a grave mistake. Now, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.